Hi, Tom Keene here. While our halftime activities continue at the Houston Astrodome in our match between the Tampa Bay Rowdies and the Houston Hurricane, the Rowdies' talent search continues. And one of the top prospects they have discovered in recent years has plenty of talent. He's an outstanding writer, TV personality, and man of all sports, George Plimpton. And I'll never forget that special moment in sports when George was introduced as the goalkeeper for the Tampa Bay Rowdies.
And special guest rowdy, George Plimpton.
There's the start. The Dynamo's in dark blue, which I had to keep reminding myself. Watch the guys in blue. Throw the ball to the guys in white. My first trial came awfully quickly. The Dynamos came down towards me. I could hear them shouting these mysterious and somewhat sinister words to each other. And they maneuvered me right out of the goal mouth, as you can see here. What one remembers about being scored on in soccer is that the soccer ball itself is such a large piece of evidence sitting there in the back of the net. But then I got to feel much better a couple of minutes later when one of the Soviets drove the ball right into my chest.
Final shot of the game.
There was one last rush as my time ran out. And I remembered that one of the best tactics in soccer is to keep the ball harmless, is to lie right on top of it.
Quite a demonstration. And you know, the memory of that great event still brings a sweat to the brow of George Plimpton. And as soon as he cools off, Bob Wolf will chat with him about that experience right after this message. Now let's go to Bob Wolf and George Plimpton.
George, that was quite a workout you had there in goal. Pretty good goalie, huh?
What are you talking about?
Well, you had your ups and downs.
Well,
huh?
the Russians were surprised, I know that.
Looked pretty good to me. You know, you've played a lot of sports. Actually tried to master a lot of sports, and many you have. Which has been the toughest for you?
Well, having just come out of that soccer, I know that the evidence of a soccer ball in the net behind you is, well, it's worse than a puck. I mean, it's so big, it sits there. There's no doubt about it. You have to dish that thing out of there.
Embarrassing moment to come and take it out,
It's
huh?
very embarrassing, yep.
Well, you know, wherever George Plimpton is, there are fireworks. Speaking about fireworks, you were really involved in them. Not actually as a player, but you were a coach, a manager of a fireworks team.
Yeah, we went to the World's Championship with this outfit called the Grucci Brothers, New York pyrotechnics firm, and to challenge for the Championship of the World in Monte Carlo. There are 5 countries which compete. You have one night a week. Let's see, France was in it, and Italy, and Spain, Denmark. America's never won. It sent over teams before, but last summer the Gruccis took over this show. It was unbelievable, and mostly by the dinner finale, which drove people out of the casinos and caused the people to think their town was going up. They won. They came back with the championship of the world. It was very exciting indeed.
Terrific. So you're the winning coach, winning manager of the world's foremost fireworks team, huh?
Very few people know that, but now you know.
Well, I'm delighted. Actually, you know, fireworks is sort of, well, old stuff. You're the commissioner of fireworks in New York, aren't you?
Yeah, it's the one of my proudest jobs. In fact, it's the only job I have. It doesn't pay me anything at all.
Know what? Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that I have a great love of fireworks. I don't suppose there's anything that gives me as much pleasure, or audiences as much pleasure, as a great fireworks show. And the Gruccis, champions of the world, are really something to see when they perform.
Well, you know, this is a wonderful meeting. You've now played for the Rowdies, and the Gruccis, your team, will be part of the Rowdies' big extravaganza on Friday night. That's the July 4th big fireworks show coming out of Tampa.
Oh, well, my goodness. I'm going to come down and watch them, because that will be something. Anybody that goes out there that day is going to see a championship performance. Championship team, I know, because I've played with them. Championship fireworks group, because I've been with them, the Gruccis. That'll be quite something.
That's July 4th. The California Surf will be the team, and of course, the fireworks will be there. George Plimpton, thanks very much for being with us.
Great pleasure. Good.
We'll be back in just a moment.